Good day, everyone. I am Bernadette Sabandal. I am a MAPE major, and I was the top 8 at the March 2022 licensure examination for Teacher Secondary. I got my bachelor's degree in music in performance, major in voice, last 2016. And I've been teaching music privately and in a studio. I've also been teaching English. So we will be using English as a medium today, but we will also have some Filipino words. And then I'm currently taking my master's in music education. And that's it. It's very nice to meet you all. Today we will be discussing one of the 4 components of our majorship, MAPE majors, and that will be music. And we will have one topic today. It's going to be integrated music theory. So one way for you to uh, learn this easily or not to be overwhelmed is we should at least know why we're learning it. Why are we learning theory? Why is it helpful? Why is it helpful to learn theory? So music education, of course, it has a lot of benefits. So it also improves our intellectual abilities, our brains, and our coordination, hand-eye coordination, our so many things. So we will think of why music theory is relevant to us. If we have the basic framework of music theory, we will be able to appreciate and understand the elements behind the music we are hearing, and we can explain why is it beautiful, why is it boring, why is it interesting. So that's one of the reason. Another thing is we can apply it with our instruments. All of us are musicians, so when we speak, it's also like singing. We can use it, the knowledge we have in theory, to express vocally. So with the language, they go hand in hand. So let's not take too long with the introduction. Let's start with the 4 qualities of tone. So we have 4: uh, intensity, duration, timbre, and pitch. What are they again? Okay, which of these do you think pertains to uh, the the loudness and the softness? Loudness and softness, or strength or weakness? It's the intensity. So from the word intense, strength, intense, strength. Next, we have the pitch. It's the highness or lowness of a sound. Pitch, pitch. So next we have the timbre. So timbre is very interesting because each sound we hear is unique. And what makes them unique is their particular timbre or their tone color. For example, you hear music from a distance. Someone is playing. What's that? Piano. You haven't seen it actually, but you know it's a piano. Why? Because of the timbre. And another thing, oh, someone is playing a saxophone. It sounds like a saxophone. So what makes that quality unique is because of the timbre or the tone color of the instrument, and not just the instrument, also each human voice is distinct. We have a very unique voice. So that's why it's not healthy for us actually to copy other singers. So what we would like is to have our own natural beautiful voice. Each voice is beautiful and natural. Okay, next we have the, did I forget something? Pitch, intensity, duration, and timbre. Duration, of course, duration, the length of time within the song or the piece. Another interchangeable word would be a piece and a song. Musical piece refers to everything, vocal, instrumental, etc. So we will be calling the music or particular song a piece. Song, of course, is with a voice. Song. Sing, song. Okay, let's go into the musical elements. So we have rhythm, melody, tempo, dynamics, and form, timbre, texture, harmony. That's a lot. So we will only be discussing rhythm for today and maybe tempo. We'll discuss these. So what is for the rhythm? We have terms, 4 terms that might be confusing. We have the beat, the pulse, the rhythm, the tempo. The beat, the pulse, they are the same thing. But remember, these are the things that are constant. Constant. Like our heart beat, our pulse. Am I right? Yeah, you do it like this. So until we die, that remains constant, at least for people. But for music, it's constant. So that beat or pulse can be played in relation to rhythm, because rhythm is the pattern against a pulse or a beat. Okay, so the rhythm is the pattern. For example, this is my beat. I hope you hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rhythm I can do ta 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 ta. Right. So the one I am saying vocally is the rhythm. This is the beat. It's constant. It can go fast or slow, but it's still constant. Next we have the tempo. Yeah, the speed. The speed. Can't do it loud. Sorry. Okay, so the rhythm can be equivalent to the tempo, to the beat. It can be ta 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 ta, or it can be against ta 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 ta, which is syncopation. Well, so it's a pattern. Again, what is the pattern? It's the rhythm. What remains constant is the beat or the pulse. Okay, good, perfect. Next one, let's go to meter. Meter is what? Have you heard of duple meter, duple meter, triple meter? Okay, so meter is the group of beats in a measure. So measure, what's a measure? Oh my gosh, what's a measure? I suppose you probably know that, but if you don't, measure, if you see a piece, I will show you next time. I will have a presentation. Measure is the like a box in a piece, where you can see notes. They are like the box. They divide the musical pieces. And the beat will tell you how many beats there are for each box, for each measure. So we have, we will just talk about two, duple and the triple. Duple, triple, duple, triple. So duple, how many beats do you think? It's duple, duple. Yes, it's 2. Triple, it's 3. Okay, so one thing that differentiates the two beats from each other is one beat can be stressed, one beat can be not stressed. So I will just show it to you. So this is duple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can I just use this? 1, 2, 1, 2. So what if the one is stressed? Excuse me. If one is stressed, one is louder. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Okay. And then next, if okay, one common duple meter is used in marches. 1, 2, like you're walking. 1, 2, 1, 2. Attention. Okay. Next we have the triple meter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we use this, can you clap with me? The first beat is going to be stressed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Does that sound familiar? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Does that sound like a dance? 1, 2, 3, 1. It's is used in waltzes. So an example of triple meter, waltz. Da, 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 da. Hey, wala pa sa tono. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's it. So we only learned 2, duple and triple meter. Okay, next one, we have the meter signature. This is an introduction for the time signature. So for meter signature, I just want you to think that it indicates how many beats there are in a measure. Yeah, that's actually the number on top of the one that looks like a fraction, but we'll only focus on meter signature. It indicates that how many beats will be in each measure. Okay, so we have very common meter signatures or time signatures. We have, what's the most common? We have the 4/4. That's why it's so common that they gave it a name, common time. Char. Yeah, common time. So it's another symbol for 4/4 is gonna be C. So if you're looking at a piece and you're saying, "Oh, what is this?" There's only C. There's no, I will not know what time signature this is. So it's 4/4. If you see a C at the very left side of the piece. Oh, this is hard to know. If I will show you next time, okay? So next is another common is the cut time. So it's also a C symbol with a slash in between. Slash. So if you cut 4, it's gonna be 2. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2. So that's cut time. So what is another word for 4/4? Another term is common time. Another term for 2/2 is cut time. Okay, there, we're done with the meter. That's also the time signature. Also, I'm gonna explain the number on top, number on bottom. Sige, I'm gonna do it now. The number of on the top, the one that looks like a fraction in music that we see, the 3/4, the 4/4, the 2/4. So the number on top tells you how many beats there are in a measure. The number at the bottom tells you what note gets one beat. So we haven't discussed the notes yet. Don't be scared. It's not hard, okay? Especially for those who don't like math. Personally don't like math, but music theory is like math. So if you're a math major, big advantage. Okay. Math major, but we're doing math in majorship. Okay. So in math in Gen Ed, yeah, it will really help you a lot. Next, we'll have the, okay, what did I say we will do? We will do the tempo. Okay, the tempo. This is where you hear moderato, andante, allegro, all that. So they tell you the rate or the speed of the music using words. So the words here are pretty self-evident. So I'm just gonna give you tips so that you can remember them quickly. First, we're gonna do with lento. Lento. You think about lento. You think of the Lent season. It's slow and we're sad. We're solemn. Slow. Lento. Slow. Okay. Next, we will go to the fast. 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 Allegro. So the word itself, if you say it, it's kind of fast. So allegro. Together, allegro. Allegro. Please speak with me. So because if you speak with me or with your lecturers, it helps you. It activates more of your brain, and then you will be more engaged, and you will recall it during the examination. So again, what is the slow? It's the lento, fast, allegro. Next, let's go to the lively. We have the vivace, 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 viva, viva, viva. When there is a king or god. What is this? Sinulog festival. Viva Pit Señor. So viva is long live. Vivace is lively. Viva, viva, long live. Viva Pit Señor, long live the Christ child. Viva. Vivace, lively. Okay, let's go to the very, very now. Sige, moderato pala muna. Did I say moderato? Moderato is moderate. Oh, it speaks for itself. Moderate. Moderate, not too fast, not too slow. And then we'll go to the very fast. Very, very fast is presto. Presto. Wait a minute. Presto. So you actually some of these terms in music we can use in English as well. For example, you just press a button and presto, you have coffee already. So presto means very fast, very convenient. Of course, that's pretty enough. And then next one we have the accelerando and the retardando. Accelerando speaks for itself. Like if you've been on a car, you're driving a car. Accelerando is to accelerate, and when we say accelerate, we go gradually faster. Yes. Retardando. Okay, I will be using a word to help you associate this faster. Retard. Okay, retard is an intellectual disability, which means there is a delay in progress. So retard means slower. Going slower. Hindi maka-catch up. Okay, so retardando. You're gradually becoming slower. So the names are pretty self-evident, right? Okay, so that's it muna for today. I'd love to give you more, but that's it for today. I will be giving you my motivational speech, Char. Not naman motivational. What motivated me for the licensure exam? It was a difficult time for me because I was supposed to take the exam 2020. So, I was always preparing and waiting kung kailan na yung kasi it was postponed many times. I've been preparing for a year, and I half quit my job. Half quit. It's complicated. So I sacrificed so many things so that I can pass this board exam, and it was delayed and delayed, and it I needed to earn bread for myself. Di ko pa kaya myself, and then my family, my mom. I want to support my mom, so I wanted to support my mom, so I had to work a year after. So I studied for a year, and then a year after, 2021, I started working full time or more than full time, so that we can survive. So I wasn't really able to review for that time. And then suddenly, I was included in the March. I only learned it 3 weeks before. I was really shocked, and it took time for me to to absorb that. But I went full blast review talaga that time. Yes, I will give my tips on the review. I can give it now then. Okay. Oh, for the last minute review, like 3 weeks. You don't think about anything anymore. You just review and review and review. You do everything you can. You read, you answer 100 questions, 200 questions, how many questions, and then you practice test, and then you listen to the lectures of CBRC, you watch the lectures, you repeat after the lectures. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, don't sleep na char. Pero of course you have to sleep, and then you speak, you say it, and then you record yourself if you still have time, or you make flashcards, or you ask a family member or a friend to read the questions for you, and you answer. Just no wala nang organization. There's no more, yeah, like this. You just do it na. There is no more, wala nang arte-arte, diretso na, study, study, study. So I did not expect it was a did not expect to pass this exam, but God's grace, God's blessing, I was top 8. MAPE major. MAPE was very hard because it's 4 components, and it's like learning it's too many subjects in one. It's too much. So I suggest that you start studying earlier. Luckily for me, I was able to study naman before, but I didn't forget. You know why? Because I spent time for each subject when I had the time. So if you still have the time and it's still early, you really need to spend time in depth for each subject. You take your time, let it absorb if you still have the time. But if not, CBRC is here, Prof Ed, Gen Ed. Now MAPE, you have me, Char. But yes, we will pass or top the board exam. Good luck, future LPTs. See you around. Bye. Wait, let me stop.